Welcome on into SN College football tonight. What a day of college football that we just witnessed. You know, sometimes you just want a great day of football. Texas and Oklahoma got our day going. It was amazing. Absolute thrilling. I watched that full game. That was the only full game I watched today. Some of the other games I just skipped around. LSU Florida. That was another. I watched the finish of that one. It pick six at the end for Florida really ignited that crowd, and I believe in Florida. LSU stumbled. I think LSU be a good one against Georgia next week. We'll have that one on CBS. Kentucky and A&M. Absolute domination in that one. No, it wasn't dominated. Texas A&M barely won. It took them overtime. Kentucky, great plays throughout. You see my top four. It's in the top right. I've got Bama, Ohio State, Notre Dame, and Georgia. Sorry, but I just don't think Clemson is up there. I'm sorry, but Clemson hasn't played anybody other than Texas A&M, which I think they got lucky against A&M. A few plays that go a little differently, and A&M would have won the game, or at least gone to overtime somehow. But yeah, you barely escape College Station if you're Clemson. I don't think they're going to play anybody else other than South Carolina. South Carolina, okay, for the SEC. They've got Florida State, and then they'll play in the ACC Championship. All against Miami, it still looks like, again. But my three winners of the day, Florida. Of course, we were all down on Florida after losing to Kentucky, but Florida, great win today. We didn't think that they were a legitimate team, and they showed us that they are, and they can beat power teams that are national championship contenders on their home soil. Now, the question is, can they do it away from home? Florida is probably the third biggest winner of the day, not the second or first. I'd say the second biggest winner is Mississippi State. To hold Auburn out of the end zone is remarkable. That was a great defensive performance, and it just really changes the culture for Mississippi State. You can't replicate something like that, and it really puts Auburn in a very bad position. Auburn, again, they still have to travel to Georgia, and they still have to travel to Bama. And they already have two losses on the year, losing to LSU and now Mississippi State. And it looks like Auburn's headed on back to who knows what bowl they're going to. They'll probably be in like the Peach Bowl or something. Again. They'll probably get sent to the Citrus Bowl. Something like that. But my other winner, Texas. If you don't have Texas as your number one winner of the day, I don't know what you've been doing. They played excellent. Excellent. It was the best game I've seen in a long time by any team. And to see it from a Texas team putting 48 points up on the board. and the clutch play from Sam Ellinger all game long. And I wasn't expecting on my big board to have teen scores up there. 19 and 14 by LSU and Kentucky, respectively. Wasn't expecting that today. To have those scores on my big board. I thought I was gonna have like Virginia Tech and Notre Dame up here in like a 35 to 29 game or something. But instead I had some good SEC games up on there. I thought I was gonna get LSU Florida up here. And I wasn't. Actually, I thought I was gonna get Notre Dame and Virginia Tech up here, but I wasn't sure about a third one, and it ended up being that I put, because I knew Texas, Oklahoma, I was going to put up here on the big board. It's big board worthy, you know. What else did I have for this one? Texas, then undoubtedly. You can't doubt that they're the number one team that won today. Texas went from a team that we thought a few weeks ago, after middle of the Tulsa game, we thought, oh, this is not a good team. This is a very bad year. We can't have this. This Texas team people probably thought that the Texas team was going to go like 7-5 or 6-6. Maybe 6-6, a little more on that side. But then they played very well against USC. They woke up, and, that got us a little more hyped. They were probably a top 5 winner that week. And then they beat TCU. And you're like, okay. Maybe TCU's not that good. TCU lost to Ohio State, And then you beat Oklahoma. Oklahoma, top 10 team in the nation. Oklahoma, Kyler Murray, potential Heisman contender. And the Sooners. Excellent football team from head to toe. And you didn't take a snap off the whole game. Maybe they took a few snaps off, but you didn't miss a beat. Texas, I don't think trailed for more than 5 minutes of the football game. They led for more than half the football game. Texas was in Oklahoma's head. They knew how to beat Oklahoma, and they did it. No doubt about it. When we're talking in January about this Texas game against Oklahoma, we're going to be like, wow, we didn't think Texas could beat Oklahoma? We thought Oklahoma was going to dominate by multiple touchdowns? No. Outright win for Texas. In Dallas, it was a great football game. And Texas is obviously my number one winner of the day. Now, my top 4, I think Notre Dame had a big jump going into Blacksburg, and it really hurt the ACC. The ACC looks terrible. You can't compete with Notre Dame for more than a half. Now, Michigan came to South Bend and hung with Notre Dame for 4 quarters. And then here tonight, Virginia Tech, which is also a good ACC team, which is, I'd say they are a top, maybe, they're one of the best 4 teams in the ACC. Let's just put it there. And Michigan's, I believe, the third or fourth best team in the Big Ten. We'll figure that out when Wisconsin plays Michigan next week. Penn State also in the second, third best team in the Big Ten. But when you can't hold with them for at any time, it's just embarrassing. Your conference needed it, and that's why my conference rankings right now, SEC, I think still number one. I think today was a bad day for the SEC. When your top teams don't win, it's a bad day. But I think the SEC is closer to the Big Ten now. In the middle of the pack is really, really good in the SEC. The top two teams in the SEC, Alabama and Georgia, and maybe LSU. LSU's kind of between tier 1 and tier 2. Let's say a tier 2 would be Mississippi State, Kentucky, Texas A&M, and is that right? And Auburn. So, and then the Big Ten would have tier 1 would be Ohio State, Michigan, I think still tier 1. Penn State, Wisconsin tier 2 in that conference. Iowa probably tier 3, Big Ten. And then my third best conference, so Big Ten second. Third would be I think this weekend I got the Pac-12, I believe. Am I going Pac-12 or Big 12? Let's actually compare these two. You got ACC at the bottom. ACC tier 1 would be Clemson. Miami's kind of a tier 1.5. They're in between tier 1 and tier 2. Didn't look well today. Then tier 2. I don't think they have any tier 2 teams. I guess ACC. Tier 3 would be Virginia Tech and Florida State. And that's it. Austin College would be a tier 4 now. Maybe tier 5? Who knows? But the Pac-12. Colorado, probably tier 2. After the win today. Don't think that they are quite to tier 1 level. They haven't beaten anybody. Washington at tier 1. Stanford's going to fall off my tier 1 because they're losing to Utah. So they're going to fall to tier 2. Oregon I have at a tier 1.5 between those two tiers. Washington at tier 1. Colorado tier 2. That's I think all that in that conference. And then Big 12. I've got the tier 1 would be West Virginia. Tier 2, Texas, Oklahoma. And I think that's it. For the Big 12. So I think I'd have to put the Pac-12 at a close third. just over the Big 12 because Oregon is a little better than Texas right now. Just a little. Like, it's not by much. No doubt about it. But I think the Big 12 is very, very close to the Pac-12. And if the Pac-12, if they don't play well over the next 2 weeks, if the South doesn't have a dominant team, like, these games still matter. Like Stanford last week. Was it last week? Yeah. Really hurt this conference, the Pac-12. But I think the Big 12 really hurt themselves with the Texas win. But it is what it is. And conference rankings shouldn't matter. Big 12, I think the best team, West Virginia, but West Virginia may not even be a tier 1. Maybe they're tier 1.5. They haven't played anybody. Their good game against North Carolina State got canceled. A lot of teams still unbeaten. That'll do it for us in college football tonight. I'm J-Rod saying so long. Yeah, Texas, Mississippi State, or Florida are big winners of the day. Both Texas and Florida are back, baby. 2 teams on our big board here on this Saturday night.